there were to be a rate cut for hospice, it would greatly reduce the access that we have and our patients have to us, but that mainly we have to our patients, since we drive oftentimes over 50 miles to get to see a patient. And to cut the budget for that travel would probably reduce the number of times that a skilled nurse, a CNA, a social worker, a chaplain could get to visit that patient. So definitely would reduce the quality of care that we're able to provide to our patients. It would also perhaps lead to closing the doors for our hospice. Our budget is already stretched very thin, and the Medicare monies that we receive, particularly, and Medicaid for our hospice care, doesn't meet the cost of what it involves to care for that patient. To further reduce that amount of money would stress us beyond our capacity to continue serving patients.
We receive a per diem in the Medicare benefit, and it doesn't come close to covering the expenses that we incur with our chaplain, nurses, CNAs, music therapists, social worker. So to receive more cuts and less funding, it would be a huge detriment.
If they cut the hospice program anymore, it's going to be no hospice, because they're on their ends anyways. They do very little to help them. They are understaffed. They could use a lot more help. And you get a better quality of help because it's your parents, or it's your mother, or it's your sister, or it's your daughter. You get better quality at home.
I believe that it's important for all of us to speak for those who are nearing the end of their lives and to try to ensure the best quality of care that we can for them. We need to speak out for people who are nearing the end of life and who can't speak for themselves, and ensure that they are entitled to the quality or given the quality of death that they want.
I will do anything and everything I can to get the voice out of how much this meant, how important it is, and how valuable this service is.
If you want to put the dollar amounts on it, it's much less money to care for somebody in hospice than it is to put them in the hospital and incur all those expenses. And for those of us who have the heart of hospice in our minds, you know, that's not the important part. It's the fact that they could be at home with their loved ones, in the nursing home with the staffs that know them, that love them. You just can't beat that. It's just being able to die in the place that is yours is where you find great comfort, and it's really not in the hospital. So often when we hear from our bereaved families, we hear, you know, oh, if only we had gotten involved with hospice earlier, if only I'd known what a difference your hospice program would have made. To me, that really speaks to the importance of constantly getting the word out about hospice and what we're able to do, because many times people don't know the benefits of hospice until they're in the midst of it. And the more and more that we can get the word out about hospice so that more and more people are utilizing hospice, it's just a win-win situation. And if we don't advocate for hospice, I don't know who's going to.
I worked with Delaware Hospice in Wilmington, Delaware. It was a great experience to participate in Hill Day. I encourage all of you to get active, be an advocate. Remember, these congressmen, these senators, they work for us. And it's time for us to step to the plate and let them know what we need them to do. Because we want to make sure that hospice is around for a long time.
And then the next question is, well, what's Schumer doing? Is Schumer signing on? And I think they're really taking their cues from Schumer.
I'm Betsy Alexander, and I am the director of University of Pennsylvania's Hospice, Wissahickon Hospice. And I went to see John Adler, and I had a wonderful experience. I was very nervous and didn't really know what to expect because this is my first experience on the Hill, and it was a tremendous experience, and I would encourage anyone to participate. It was enlightening to see the activity here in Washington and how well we were received. And NHPCO completely prepared us for this experience.
The real ask for your House meetings is we need you guys to plant a seed with leadership that you're watching the Senate process to give hospice relief, that you're supportive of this amendment.
Hi, my name is Mary Jo Heeb, and I'm with Atlantic Care Hospice. I'm the executive director. We had a wonderful visit with both Congressman Mobiato and Congressman Adler, John Adler. They each have signed the letter that we are requesting them to sign. It was heartwarming to hear both of them talk about their own experience in hospice with their families, so they're very well aware. I absolutely was prepared to do this by NHPCO meeting this morning. And I said to one of the gals, who is one of the organizers, I said, you have set a new standard.
And if this gets in, you want it to be part of the final package. You want it to get through conference. And that's really all they can do, is plant that seed with leadership.
So just come off a great meeting with our congressman and had a great day. I wanted to really encourage people who are in hospice to come to Washington. I'm here at the Capitol lobbying against the cuts. This is probably my 17th year doing this, so it's something really normal for me, but even if it was 17 years ago, it was my first time, just like it would be yours if you haven't been here before. And I encourage you to come. They're father, kids, grandfather, brother, cousin, just like you are, and they're willing to listen. They have great staffers who want to work with you and spend time with you and talk to you. And you'll be stunned how easy it is to talk to them and to get them to understand the hospice message and how rewarding to hear the good things they'll have to say about hospice. And most importantly, to see that it really does work, that changes happen in legislation, that you can make things happen if you just try. And you don't have to be brilliant and you don't have to be comfortable, you just have to do it.